All right, so number 3, we have 3 parts. Now that we've at least gone through how to find it by hand once and using technology, we're going to use the technology as much as we can just to kind of speed up the process because we want to do multiple examples. So part 3, it says determine the area under the normal curve that lies between the negative and the positive. So in the overview in the beginning, we showed how to do each of these. So now we're going to do them all with StatCrunch. So I'm going to go to StatCrunch. I'm going to go to Stat, Calculators, and we're going to go down to Normal. All right, so it says Standard. I can find left or right, or I can pick between. This time I'm going to pick between. Okay. Here we want to find between negative 2.28 and positive 2.28. So what this is going to do, mean is 0, standard deviation 1, just leave it. I'm going to change this to negative 2.28, and I'm going to change this one to positive 2.28, and then I tell it to compute, and it will mark based on where they are and then tell me my area. So 0.9773, but you round to 4 decimal places, so this 5th place, the 9 will round up to a 4, so 0.9774. So area between 0.9774. All right, part 2, we want the area between negative 1.77 and 0. So I'm going to pull this back up. Let me just move this over here to the side. I'm going to change the values now. This is going to be negative 1.77. And then I'm going to change this side to 0 and compute, and it shows the drawing, and it gives me 0.4616, which will not round up, so 4616. All right, C, we want to find the area between negative 1.86 and negative 0.23. So again, I'm just going to change these values. Negative 1.86, and then over here I'm going to change this to negative 0.23. Okay. Again, it draws the graph and it gives me my answer. So 0.3776 will not round. All right, so number 4. We want to determine the area under the normal curve for parts A through C. It says be sure you find the normal curve, shade the area that you want to find. So again, if you're doing this by hand, I'm definitely drawing and I'm shading. So this one wants me to find the area under the curve to the left of Z or to the right. So in StatCrunch, it does not give me that option, I don't believe, to show left or right. So you're going to have to find these individually, and then we have to add them. So when it says left or right, I need to write this down and add these. So I will still use StatCrunch, but I'm going to have to write some stuff down. So we can use the table. We can use StatCrunch. We're going to use StatCrunch. So I'm looking for part A. Left of negative 1. So I'm looking for this side. This is exactly what I get from the table. Or right of positive 1. I'm looking for these outer pieces. Now these are exactly the same, mirror image. Area to the left of a negative is equal to the right of a positive, and vice versa. So I'm going to, it wants me to pull it up first with a graph. So that's the middle, that's not correct. That's the outsides, 1 and 1. This one is good, so I'm going to go with option B, second choice. That's what I have drawn here. Next, the total area under the normal curve to the left of negative 1 or to the right is. So the area to the left we're going to pull up StatCrunch, and I'm going to say standard area to the left is saying less than, put a -1. Okay, so the area to the left of -1 is 0.1587. 0.1587. And this is also going to be 0.1587. Symmetric, they're going to give you the same value. So if I add these two up, or I can just do 1.587 times 2, it doesn't matter. It's going to give me 14, 16 carried plus 1 is 17, 10, 11.3174. So when I do that twice, we get 0.3174. All right, B wants us to find the area between -156 and right of 256. So I'm going to pull up said calculator and let it do all the heavy lifting for me. So did it pull up yet? Let me see. There we go. You can see the image at the bottom. Okay, now we got it. So we're looking for left of 156 and right of 256. So StatCrunch is going to find both of those for me, and I'll just add them in the calculator. So left of 156, that's -156. It gives me 0.0594. So I'm going to add. Now the area to the right of 256 is the same as the left of -256. I'm going to put in a -2. I could just easily change that and find the right side, but it's okay. So the area to the left of -256 is going to be the same as the area to the right. So that's going to give me 0.0052. Point 0052, and this gives me 0646. Okay, so first we're going to pick out the graph. That looks about right. The outside, but let's check them all. Nope. 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 So the first one. Alrighty. And then the area left and right, which we just got from our calculator, which was 0646. Alright, and then part C. We want to find between left of -36, right of 162. So we got a left side and a right side. That's not going to be it. Left and right. We want left of negative, so it's pretty close. Yeah, this one looks good. Nope. And D. Nope. We want the outsides, not the middle. So B was the best one. And then again, I'm going to find both these numbers and add them up. So since I have StatCrunch here, all I have to do is type in those two numbers. So -0.36 gives me 3594. We're going to add to that the area to the right of 162. So remember, the right, I can just do the opposite. So type in the negative 1.62, so I don't have to flip that around. And that gives me 0.526. So that gives me 412.412.